Welcome to the JV podcast. My name is Victor.
I'm Jason. Also on my Instagram, J Wonders.
My Instagram is Victors_fitness.
And this is our introduction to a new series we're gonna have on just about everything and anything. And I guess we'll just introduce ourselves for people that don't know who we are or what we do or what we're into or what we're trying to bring into making these videos for people out there, younger, older, whatever age, whoever's watching. But go ahead first.
All right. My name is Victor, and I'm a personal trainer coming out of Columbia, Maryland. I got into fitness after high school because I was fat. And I was tired of being fat, and the insecurities of being fat and all that. So I dropped 75 pounds, and yeah, it's just it was time for a change. And high school, you're kind of figuring yourself out, and then
A lot.
after high school, I was just like, you know what, fuck it, let me lose all the weight, and yeah. So,
all right. So I guess I'll tell you a little bit about me and my background. So I feel like ever since I was small, I used to look at people and I would try to understand women, the mind, and relationships, and nothing made sense, because it's like everyone that was teaching me, growing up, these are our parents, these are people older than us, relatives, cousins, all that stuff. They were teaching me basically bullshit. And like they don't know anything. So it was just like growing up, they would say things and then they would contradict themselves by doing the total opposite of exactly what they were trying to preach or their philosophy or what they were trying to say. So then I got into like the spiritual route, and then I got into seduction, and then I got into pickup, and then I got into learning how to get women. And in that journey, it kind of transcended into spirituality. And then I started learning about spirituality, and then from there on, it kind of just like exploded other shit, new worlds, new things. And then I kind of, like he said, in high school, you're just figuring shit out. You get put in these situations, and then it builds character, and then it destroys characters of yourself, and it kind of just went on from there. But this is where I'm at now, and yeah, I mostly teach, like I got another YouTube channel, and I teach a lot about.
shout it out. What's the YouTube channel called?
The YouTube is J Wonders, JAYY WONDERS, J Wonders with the S at the end. So I already got like a YouTube channel focusing on like spirituality and shit like that. But I guess we're both making this channel so it could be like fun, like just random shit, just fun random shit. I guess our experiences, and then we've been friends for a while, so like we've seen each other grow. We've been through stuff, and we've seen a bunch of shit happen. Between ourselves, personal life and just everything. So I guess it just comes from a point where we're seeing each other just progress forward. And I know this will help a lot of people, in high school, younger than us, or like in positions where they're stuck. And knowing him, this dude just he's doing what he's doing, and it's different from what I'm doing, but it's working because he's just not. He hasn't stopped moving. Like he keeps moving, literally moving too.
Literally. I just moved back from Nevada.
How long were you there?
I was there for a month, and things didn't work out. So it was either follow my dream or stay stuck in the position I'm at. And what I would tell everybody listening, if you're not happy where you are,
Just
leave. Leave. Why the fuck are you gonna stay? Unless you have a family and a baby and a wife and all that and you need to support, leave. Like, I don't have anything. And for me to actually try to chase my dream, it took me 22 years to figure it out. And
I feel like that sounds like, to a person, that sounds a lot, but it's really not, because we're only 22, 23. We're not that old. We haven't reached our potential at all. So it's just like, I feel like at the age of like 14 to like
25, I think.
That
when are you actually considered an adult?
Exactly.
Or when 26 is when the brain stops growing and all that fun stuff. But
so it's like we haven't even touched anything yet. Like,
but this generation, everything is so public and everybody's blowing up on rap, and they're only 16.
Yeah, literally.
So we feel like we're old and we need to get the ball rolling.
Right.
That's not the case at all. Don't worry. You can be 30, 40, 50 before you even touch your goal.
Right, exactly.
That's what it is.
100% right.
And we're trying to rush everything, but perfection takes time, and you need to focus on what you love to do. I know too many people that are doing something, but it's not what they want to do. They're not happy. I can see it. Am I gonna tell them that? No, because they're gonna be like, "Yo, fuck you." Whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
That's 100%. Because it's like when we were in a position where we were, say, we were stuck, and then someone else came up to us and said something. We were like, no, that's not what it is. That's not what's happening. Like, you make it sound so easy. You make it sound so simple, but it's not. But then, like, when you're from the outside, you look at somebody else, you know, in stuck in life, you're like, okay, all you have to do is this.
It's like a relationship too. If you see something from the outside and you know somebody's not good for someone, and you keep telling them, that's gonna make that person want them more. So you need to 100%. Let them figure everything out, and then eventually they'll be like, damn, you were right. Like, I'm sorry, but you can't force, especially love. Love is...
What is your idea on love? What? So if someone came up to you and they were like, how do you know you're in love with somebody?
How? I don't think... I don't think you do. It's just a feeling that you feel. Okay. If you love being around them and you just like talking to them and this, that, and the third, what's love? That's...
So the pussy can be 100% whack. You feel everything you just said.
Uh-huh. Does that determine if you love somebody?
I'm asking you.
If the sex is whack,
would you still love them? Be in love with them?
Sex to me is third on the list.
What's 1 and 2? 1
and 2, good personality and good conversation. If I can sit down and talk to you and really have a real conversation, that's, to me, way better than sex.
Have you been with girls that, like, have no conversation skills?
Yeah.
And how?
And all they do is just want to fuck and all that, and
it gets boring?
It gets boring after a while. It's like, there's something more. I need something more. And I know 22 in our prime, that means nothing. Whenever you're ready, you're ready.
Right.
And yeah, to me, sex is third on the list. Like, it's cool. We need it. I mean, whatever, but
sex is good Sex is amazing. Sex is good.
But how long
don't-
does that last?
Right. It's like, you remember like the first time you jerked off? Remember the first time you jerked?
I don't, but it was I think it was in 8th grade.
He remembers.
Yeah, nah.
No, like,
it was on my dresser. It was on my dresser. Cause I had carpet, and I was in my room, and I'm like, all right, where's a wooden surface? So it was my dresser right there. So I'm looking at the door. Keep in mind, 8th grade, so maybe 13th. I'm looking at the door to make sure nobody comes in. Of course, it's locked. I have my little headphones on. Like, ah! And
then,
it felt like, I don't even know what it felt like, honestly. It probably felt like what it is now.
You didn't know how to describe the feeling because it was just completely new.
I mean, every time you nut, does it feel the same?
You know how, like, in movies, the way they portray it?
When
when they nut, and it's like they felt God, or like they're like, oh, and then like they got sprinkled with like.
But like, all right, so that right.
I feel like you do that a bunch of times, it becomes normal. Like, you feel me?
You can't do it too many times, or else you become addicted. And then,
yeah, no. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about fucking porn addiction and like.
Porn addiction.
Like, as a man, I'm gonna tell you this. As a man, the more you beat off to porn, the less pussy you're gonna get. Like, just straight up. Like, just straight up. Because first, just your testosterone levels just drop, and then like, I feel like on a subtle level, women can feel that. I'm not saying like they know how to tap into it like consciously, but I would say like on a subtle level, just like, you know how we could feel pheromones, and we could like look at a girl and we can feel like there's a connection, or like we like her for some reason, and we necessarily didn't have to talk to her yet, but there's just like something. Girls do the same thing, and if you're jerking off every day, you don't have that much testosterone in you, so
it
it's
takes
like
48 hours for the sperm to gather itself back.
Really?
So it takes 2 days.
So if you bust 3 nuts
in 2 days,
no, in 1 day,
well,
by watching porn, and because you're addicted,
you have a problem. Go get it checked out. And we live in a world now, it's 2019, where mental health and all that, talking about it, is normal. It's cool, but to me, I see a lot more suicides, because people are like, oh, I have mental health issues, I have anxiety. They don't. Just one bad week, I'm depressed. No, you're not. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. You just had a bad week. You had a bad day. It's not infinite.
Being depressed is like, or having anxiety is like going out to the club and feeling like you don't belong and start breathing heavy and be like, and it's like, if you just have a bad week, it's kind of like, dude, everybody has bad weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool and all, but you guys have to stop saying you guys have anxiety. Talk to somebody. Talk to us. Email us.
Yeah, 100%.
Our email is jvpodcast@gmail.com. So email us and we'll talk about it. If you guys have any questions, if you guys want us to write your questions or say your questions on the podcast and we'll answer them, we'll be glad to.
That would be fun.
So
to answer like a bunch of questions.
Answer questions. We'll pick 5 questions and we'll answer them. If we can help you guys, that's why we're here. We've been through so much in our lives. It's like, okay, now it's time for us to help others.
You know what's so funny?
Nope.
I feel like we've been through so much, but we're only this age and we haven't seen shit.
Oh, we haven't seen anything, man.
But it feels like we've like
but
just like already have the world, like we already know how it looks or how it acts, but honestly not really.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So what do you want this podcast to be? Like what do you want to
honestly
come out of it?
I don't care if one person sees it or 10 million people see it. If I can help one person, it's all that matters. I don't really care. This podcast is more to help you guys and and to help us recap our week, talk to somebody, be like, hey, this is what happened this week, you know, all that fun stuff. So 1 person of 10 million people, I don't really care. If I help one person emails us jvpodcast@gmail.com. 1 person emails us and, hey, we're having trouble. We're in Columbia, Maryland. Come talk to us. We'll travel to you guys anywhere, you know. We'll catch a flight somewhere. You're in Nevada, talk to you in Nevada. We'll catch a flight, talk to you in Nevada. It's money should never be a problem. I am dead broke now.
Look. No. I'm so fucking broke right now,
Yo.
but I feel so fucking good
Happy?
in life.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I can't even express this freedom I have, and I'm so fucking broke. Like, all I'm doing right now is I'm literally getting a paycheck and giving it to everybody because it's my, you know, I have bills, so I'm giving it to people that I owe money or to fucking living, you know, house, car.
All right, let's talk about owing money. Now that you say that, do friends owe friends money? Family, to me, owing money.
Nah, I feel like it depends. Like, if I'm like, hey yo, can I borrow?
If I give it to-
250. No, if I go up to you and I'm like, can I borrow $250?
Yeah.
Then I owe you $250. But if I'm like, yo, I need help, and then you look at me and you're like, all right, here's 200, I got you. That's different.
Well, to me, if I give you money, I'm not expecting it back. I gave too many people too much money in my entire life. They still haven't paid me back. They said they were.
Gum and condoms too.
Gum and condoms, yeah. I was the gum and condom man in high school and middle school. But yeah, it's owing money to me, it's stupid. And yeah, if you ask for $250, I'm gonna give you $250, and I'm not expecting anything back. If you give it to me, thank you. I appreciate it. That shows you as a person.
Yeah.
That shows your character. But if you don't give it back, I'm not gonna be mad. I'm gonna be like, you know what? It is what it is. I helped you out. I help people out just to see a smile on their face. It sounds corny and cliche and all that, but the smile is more than anything. Like,
money's so fake.
Money.
It's like this piece of paper. Like, there's no difference between this white paper with the lines and, you know, you write your notes or whatever. Money is nothing. Money only buys experience.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, honestly, the way I manage my money and how I use it, I'm literally getting money to pay for an experience. I'm not getting money and getting the new iPhone. I'm not getting the money and fucking going to eat at the fanciest places. And
Let's talk about investment. You could invest.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You're investing for an experience.
Yeah, but investment can also be to make more money. Because at the end of the day, we do need money. And
oh yeah, I mean, you need money.
We live in America, so come on now. So
it's just a survival thing.
We need money to, I guess, survive, but money doesn't make happiness at all. I'm the most happiest I've ever been, and I have the least amount of money in my account. So it's kind of like, yeah.
I think everyone needs to experience that before, like.
Some people don't. Some people
rich. Before getting rich, people need to experience being broke. Like, just literally
You'll
only
appreciate
having
it more.
Like, this is what's crazy. I don't have any money, but when I go buy food, like, say I buy a slice of pizza.
Damn, that sounds good.
And I only have $5, and the slice of pizza costs $3. I'm telling you, that slice of pizza would be the best fucking pizza I've ever fucking had. Versus, say I had $1 million, and then I went to go get a box of pizza. I'm just like, cool, yeah. I could buy 10 of these. So it's kind of weird how, like, your experience changes when you're broke as shit, and then you get something sacred because you don't have that much money for it, and then you almost cherish it like 10 times more. It's like there's like someone in you know, these kids in all these foreign countries that don't have that much fucking money and they're in poverty. Like you give them water, they'll treat that water like it's fucking the world or something.
Yeah.
So it's like we get water
We're
every day.
spoiled though. We're spoiled.
It's sad. It's sad how
Yeah, but
it's so like backwards. And then
yeah.
I mean everything like kids now like
Yo, wait. The fucking Fortnite. Fortnite cut off.
why?
I don't fucking know.
I seen that.
It was like the end of the season. Or I don't play Fortnite.
I don't play it. I used to like when it first came out, and then it I don't know what the fuck it is now. It looks like fucking a rainbow game.
Yeah, but everybody was freaking out over a fucking game. Oh, I can't play my game now. What? Like, shut the fuck up. Go outside, ride a bike, go play football in the neighborhood, meet some friends. Everybody's so
people.
socially fucking. They don't know how to talk to people anymore.
They don't.
Hey man, go up and talk to a girl. Hi.
I'd rather text her. Yo,
Yeah.
I seen this one couple came in, and they were parents, so they had kids.
You're a bartender, right?
Yeah, I'm also a bartender too, so like I like talking to people. I like interacting with people. And I feel like our generation, we grew up at the perfect time. Like we grew up where it wasn't any technology, and then at like our teenage years, like at the ending, technology started to just like fucking pick up everything. Fucking Androids, iPhones, different MP3s. I remember iPod Nanos, all that shit, like crazy shit. And like I remember having a computer. I seen, you know, I don't know if you've seen it, but like I remember seeing white and black TVs.
Oh wait, my grandma had one.
And then like I seen like it progress to the fat TVs with the color.
Remember VCRs?
VCR. Oh. You know, that's what we grew up with. So
VCRs.
It's like I feel like now some of the kids,
dude,
they don't know what that is like to
they
go
don't
outside.
know what a DVD is. They buy all their games online. They buy the discs and all that.
You remember when you had to go to GameStop?
No, Blockbuster.
Yo. You got to go to GameStop in order. When a new game came out, you had to go to GameStop at midnight and wait for the release.
Yeah.
Now you just press one little quick download thing, and I feel like
I'm guilty of that though.
It ruins the experience.
I'm guilty of that.
I mean, yeah, me too now because there's no more game releases because everything.
It's like there is still game releases. Like Call of Duty's about to come out.
But it's not
I bought
like
it on the system. Yeah, it's not like it used to be. I go there, maybe 10 people are there, and they're
like the feeling of getting in the game.
Yeah.
You're sitting there, you get in the game, you open it, and then you have to rip it, and then like it's a CD and like
then putting it in the little slide.
And you're like fuck it. You're reading the back, and then there's like a book to it, and then you're reading like all that was an experience to get in that game. And that was great.
Yeah, but you know, times are changing.
Oh yeah.
And it's either we stay with the times or we stay behind.
Yeah.
Which, you know, I mean,
you can't be left behind. You got to use everything that's happening now.
Yeah.
But going back to this couple, there was this couple that came in and they had kids, and they were telling me how like their daughter was a volleyball player, and she seen while they were eating another time, they were eating at a restaurant, and the daughter seen one of her teammates at the same restaurant. So they went in, they were eating, and she noticed there was the other teammate. So then the dad and mom was like, oh, go say hi to her. She was like, I already did.
Oh, wow.
And then she's like, what do you mean? She's like, oh, I've been texting her. And I'm sitting here like, but this is real. This is the generation. This is how all kids are, and even grown-ups are. They're forming to this really anti-social. Like, you can't really go say hi.
Yeah.
Across the table to the other person. You have to. You literally have to text them the hi. Like they're there. Like we're in this life to experience.
Yeah.
Getting up and going to physically say hi to somebody. And then like now it's like, what the fuck?
I mean, Snapchat too. It's like everybody wants to let everybody see where they're at, but they never experience the feeling it like in a concert.
Oh yeah.
I think concerts should have some type of Wi-Fi thing that eliminates all social media but calls and texts. I don't know if that's possible, but just let people experience
just all in
it.
there.
Let people experience doing what, like, just having fun. But no, they want to capture the right moment. So they're looking at their phone instead of looking at the person performing or something. And to me, that's whack. I mean, you pay all that money for what?
To get a picture. And you know, I've been going to the DC like nightlife lately, and bruh, what I see is people spending $500, $400 on a bottle just so they can have some pretty girl come up to them with these little flashlights and yay, and then they capture this moment, and then that moment I swear to God, the moment looks so lit on your feed, on Instagram, on Snapchat, but then when you fucking when you're fucking there, that fucking feed, the entire fucking time they're so dead. They're just sitting there like this, sitting in the bottle. No one's dancing.
I mean, we live for moments. I mean, everybody wants to capture the moment. It's 5 seconds, 10 seconds, however long.
I get that too. I get that. But it's like when it's the entire time, where you're just like, you're not even in it.
We do things for experiences, like you said, with money. That's why we spend that 500 on the table and a bottle.
Exactly.
That's why we do that, for experiences.
100%.
But what people get fucked up is they do it to show everybody. Why not live in the moment, man? Live in the fucking moment. And, you know, live in the fucking moment, man. But
I think it's hard for people to live in the moment because of
phones.
this.
I mean,
it's such a distraction. It's like I'm getting the message, and it's so easy to escape the moment by just looking at the phone, and you get all these notifications. Someone's sending you a snap. It's just like it fucks up. And I noticed like when people go to parties and shit, like parties,
house parties.
I mean anything, a party or a social gathering. They're like, this is not lit. This is not lit, or this party is like whack. You're in the party. You're creating the party. You fucking retard. Like,
you can't say that word.
Why?
Back in the days you can. Now you can't say it.
Who said that?
America. I think as a collective, they decided you can't say the R word anymore. But it's literally, that's what. Yeah.
People are so sensitive.
Sensitivity's a bitch.
No, people are very sensitive. I remember at one point, you remember Mad TV?
Yeah.
Like Mad TV.
That was my shit. What was that Asian lady? Remember?
No, when we seen the Asian dude from Mad TV at the comedy.
Yo,
bruh, that shit.
Bobby Lee.
Oh
Hilarious.
my fucking God.
Shout out Bobby Lee.
Shout out to Bobby Lee. Look, we were the only, I swear to God, we were like the only few Spanish and black like people in there, like as a group, and then it was just a whole bunch of white people. Shout out to white people. Whole bunch of white people, right? Bobby Lee comes out, and before he comes out, I already knew this nigga was about to be fucking funny. Not because like I knew he was like on Mad TV or like I knew him kind of before I went to the comedy thing, but this nigga's ass crack was out before he entered stage. Like he was kind of like, it was kind of like he had,
don't do it.
No, his ass was like, his shorts were like right here, and you just see ass crack. It looked like he was wearing no underwear. No, low key, he was wearing like a man thong.
Yo.
And like his shit was out, so as he's walking up stage, I'm just seeing his ass crack, and I'm like, I don't think these people are ready for this. Like the audience, because like, well, you know how there's like the main comedian and then there's like the
Openers.
openers. The openers, like the audience was not really fucking with it. Like they were
Responding
fucking
well,
weird.
yeah.
They were sensitive.
Yeah.
They were so fucking
That shit was
sensitive.
funny.
But to us, we were geeking because I don't take life seriously. Like everything's funny to me. Like if someone says something that has truth in it, in a joke, it's funny because there's truth in it.
I try to laugh at everything. Call me an asshole, call me whatever, but you have to find humor in everything. If you don't, you're gonna live your life like kind of, you know. And I'm not saying it's wrong, but you gotta laugh sometimes. Like if something happens, boom, you're homeless. Make a joke out of it. Make a joke. Be like, damn, I was sleeping in my car upside down, fucking had the seat. Like, make a joke out of it, man. It is what it is.
Yeah.
You can't change it. Like, why are people so sensitive about the past?
Right.
You can't change
That's
it.
what I'm saying.
Man,
it's everyone's too sensitive.
I'll tell you what, inside story, but we're not going to tell a story. If we were sensitive, I wouldn't be talking to this motherfucker right now. Point blank period.
Yeah.
But we moved past that. We're fucking adults now. We can't let something that happened 6 years ago, 7 years ago affect us.
100%.
It's like we move on. We talked about it. We're cool, man.
And even, you know, coming from my perspective, from that point of view, it's like I feel like people don't ever get past anything because they never think they're wrong. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's okay to be wrong. It's okay to fuck up. Like, it's okay to like just be fucking like, okay, I fucked up, I'm wrong, blah blah blah. And a lot of people can't do that shit because their fucking ego gets in the way, and they're like, you know what?
Ego and pride.
I don't want to be wrong. I want to be right. Or
I don't want to look like a bitch. You're not looking like a bitch.
No.
You're looking like a.
When you say you're wrong, you're actually being a man.
Yeah.
Or, you know, a woman.
Yeah.
We're talking to girls here.
Let's say, okay, I'm gonna give you guys an example. Say me and him are walking to a club and he starts a fight. I know he's wrong, but since he's my friend, I'm gonna defend him. After that fight, I'm gonna tell him, yo, you were fucking wrong.
Right.
But
exactly.
In that moment,
you can't say.
You kind of have to defend your friend or whatever,
100%.
but it's kind of like you just got to have those conversations now, and I feel like it's getting easier and easier, but there's still that hardcore, like, no, I'm never going to apologize. Fuck that shit. You know how many times I apologize for shit that I did? Mm-hmm. A lot.
Same
and if
here.
You call me a bitch, if you call me this, it is what it is. Whatever.
Yeah.
But part of growing up and evolving is learning when you fucked up and when to apologize. You may not be fucked up, and I mean, you may not be wrong, but you still have to have that conversation with the human being that you're talking to. So,
no one's here alone.
Yeah.
Like, if it was your own world, your own mind, then, you know, you'll be right 100% of the time. But then we got 1,000 people everywhere, and we got people with emotion.
And you know what you motherfuckers gotta stop doing? You motherfuckers gotta stop bringing shit up from the past. If something happened last week, address it when it happened. Don't wait 1 week to address it. Come the fuck on, man. We're not plungers. We don't bring up old shit. Like, come on, bro.
That was a good one.
So, it's like we have to move on. We can't change the past. The past is the past for a reason. Now it's time to change it. Me and him, we're not the same dudes we were 5, 6, 7 years ago.
Like,
not at all. I would hate myself. I would fucking hate myself.
Even last week. I don't like myself last week.
I think I was the same last week. You know.
Nah, he wasn't.
But it's stupid, man. But if you get one thing from this podcast, just
you should get a lot of things.
Apologize for what you did in the past and move on.
It's okay to be wrong.
Move on. It's okay to be wrong.
It's just communication.
I'm wrong maybe 90% of the time. I probably said some wrong shit in this podcast. But
Me too.
it's like, whatever. So, yeah.
I guess.
And, by the way, Wale, great album. To me, album of the year. To me,
I haven't even heard it yet. I'm about to.
Yeah, you gotta listen.
I listened to like 2 songs already, but
yeah, you gotta listen to it. It's a great album, and to me, easily top 3 of the year. But yeah, the year's still ending, and you know.
Is anyone else coming out with the album?
Anyone else?
I feel like music nowadays is so. It just sounds so repetitive. Like
Wale's album doesn't.
no, I'm saying like
Yeah.
like just like the Travis Scott and like.
Oh yeah, all
it
that.
just sounds the same, and like when I listen to this like these albums, it's like I'll play it like through one time, and then I'm like I already got the sense of it.
Because you're spoiled. We're spoiled now. Every music comes out literally every day. 10 billion songs come out every day. Fake fact. But it's like yeah,
I don't know. Like and it's because people don't put. I honestly feel like people don't put that much energy into a song. Like imagine Michael Jackson, how much energy he put into one song versus one of these SoundCloud rappers that take 5 minutes and they're like, yeah, this should go in, yeah, oh my god, this should go in, and then like they was like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna put it out, and then I'm like,
but now they're allowed to,
what?
And then these people like that music, and
yeah, I think that's just the new generation kind of like,
yeah, it's like what
they like it
last
fast.
week
Fast and easy.
Young M.A., Da Baby, and what's that other album that came out? Kevin Gates. They all came out the same day.
Why?
They didn't plan it like that. It wasn't planned like that. They were just like, I'm dropping this day, whatever, cool. So they were all great albums. But that was last week. Now it's this week. Now it's Wale's album. Now it's NBA Youngboy's album. Now it's this, that. It's kind of like, and everybody forgot about that album last week. Yeah. Like, Da Baby had a great fucking album. Kevin Gates had a great fucking album. Young M.A., fucking fire. But,
the album?
Hell yeah. But everybody forgot about it. And now it's on to Wale. And Wale's going to be done next week. Somebody comes out next week. Somebody this, that. So it's kind of like, you know.
That's what? You got to put like fucking, what's that word I'm looking for?
Fellatio.
You got to put fellatio on it. Now you got to put like quality. Like I feel like quality is
quality over quantity.
Quality always stays.
But
like,
now it's quantity over quality. Everybody wants. You can record a song on your phone and put it out, and it's like Playboy Cardi. He had a leak. That leak went #1. How the fuck did a leak? It was it wasn't CDQ. It was a terrible quality. But that shit went #1. How? How is quality? Is quantity over quality? That song was fire though.
Which one was it?
I think it was like Kid Cudi or something. It's called. It was something, but yeah, it's like people don't really care about music anymore. They just wanna put on Snapchat the newest song.
Yeah. No, for real. That's why I always go back to classics. I never really stay on the new music trend. I always go back to quality songs.
I have to stay on the new music trend. I listen to new music every single day, so it's just I like to hear new shit, and then when I hear that, I go back to the old shit. Like I'm still listening to Boogie's album.
That don't good.
Everything for Sale. Hell yeah, that shit came out earlier this year, I believe.
I just started listening to Nipsey Hussle, like his album. Like I didn't even know who that nigga was until he fucking died. Honestly, like I really didn't. Like I was just like
that's a lot of you guys, and there's nothing wrong with it. He's from West Coast, I understand. He was sort of underground for all these years.
Right.
And then Victory Lap came out and everybody was like, oh my god, so...
But I think that's quality. Like, underground rappers have quality. Like, I remember when ASAP first came out.
ASAP who? Rocky?
Yeah. When that fucking mixtape first came out, bro. And we were...
Everything is purple.
Like, that mixtape was fire, bro. That shit was fucking
fire. So... But, yeah, my top 3 albums of the year right now, off the top of my head, let's say Anderson .Paak, Ventura, Wale, wow, that's crazy, and I'm gonna put Boogie up there, just cause, yeah, he's coming up. Don't sleep on Boogie.
Young M.A.
Yeah. Young M.A. I mean, it was a good album, but I'm not gonna put it top 3.
Right.
But that's off the top of my head. And Snow Allegra had a good album. If she kept the same energy from song 1 to song 7 or 8, that would be possibly album of the year. But she didn't keep that. It went down a little bit, but it was a great album. Easily top 10 for me. So, yeah. So,
I have no idea.
So, if you want to talk about music, talk to me. So, talk to relationships, talk to that motherfucker. So,
anything to do with the important shit.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. The way I see it in life, I'm like, okay, we're in this bitch. I don't even know how the fuck I got here. So why isn't everyone asking the same fucking question? But you know, this is life. Everyone, it's different worlds for everybody. Everybody gets caught up or gets put into shit they want here, and it's all different. Everything. There's so many things you could get in. You could get into sports. We were just talking about music. Look how in depth we went into music. Fucking music, fashion, pornos, fucking movies. Fucking.
Speaking of movies,
food.
Anything. How about the Joker? Movie of the year?
Ooh.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
Joker was. I'm trying to think what other movies came out this year.
Spider-Man.
I didn't watch that.
Far From Home or whatever.
Ooh. Did Logan come out this year? Or
Dude, Logan came out in 2015.
No, it fucking did.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
I'm about to look it up right now. Logan?
Yo, Logan.
That shit was. No, Logan was.
Logan was amazing. To me, the best X-Men movie, if you consider that an X-Men movie.
No, Logan.
Dark Phoenix was trash. They fucked that movie up. Told you.
17, fool.
2017? Alright, still, not this year. We're in what, 2019?
17, 18. That was only 2 years ago. Damn, that was 2 years ago. I'm over here.
Time flies.
Bro,
that's one thing, when you grow up, time flies.
I feel like once you hit 16, you're fucked. Like,
once you're out of high school.
It just...
Once you're out of high school, and then, you know. That's why I do think college is good.
I don't.
I think college is good if you want to do something that involves college. If you want to be a doctor, lawyer, typical whatever, of course you need college. But if you want to be a fighter like myself, why go to college? It's good, but if you do not want to go, don't go. Don't let people push you into going to college just because it makes them happy. Doesn't make you happy is the end question to everything. If it doesn't make you happy, do not do it. Point blank, period.
I don't get it when people say they're depressed. They're like, I mean, I get it. I get it, right? I get it. I feel like we all been through points where, you know, we felt depressed and shit. But like, I don't get it. Like, why are you stuck? Stop. You're stuck because you're not doing what you want. That's just the answer. You're just stuck because you're not doing what you want. If you know you got to go here and you keep going here, that's your fault. You can't blame it on depression. That's literally your fault. You keep going here. Yeah. So it's like...
It's easy to blame it on depression now, though.
It's easy to blame it's easy to blame your life outside of it.
Yeah.
The cause.
If you find your inner self and you're like, hey, this is where I fucked up, let me try to make a change. And time doesn't stop for nobody. At all. Like, if you pass away, time is not gonna stop for you. It's gonna keep moving on. So you gotta move with the time. You have everybody has the same 24 hours in one day. If you do not utilize those 24 hours in one day, that's on you.
That's literally on you.
How does Bill Gates? How does Damon John? How does all the Shark Tank people? How does who's rich? Diddy, Jay-Z. They use the same 24 hours. Everything is in arm's length. All you got to do is reach out and get it.
Yeah.
Simple, point blank, period. So,
it is what you do with 24 hours. Yeah. This is what we're doing with our 24 hours. Yeah. We could be sleeping.
I love sleep. I would marry sleep if sleep was a person. Shit. But
like, come here.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, so
we'll just close it out here.
Yeah. If you guys have any questions, email us at jvpodcast@gmail.com. I repeat, jvpodcast@gmail.com. We answer any questions you have, and we hope you guys have a good weekend. And yeah, enjoy your weekend and be safe. Anything?
I'm gonna say, if you don't already, follow me on my Instagram, JAYY_wonders with the S at the end. J Wonders with 2 Y's. Yeah. We're just gonna be talking about random shit every week. We're gonna post every week.
Podcast released on Thursday. Every Thursday.
What's today? Monday?
Yes.
Today's Monday, so
every Thursday this is gonna be released. So if you guys have any questions, we'll answer them. If you guys...
It's entertainment. It's just entertainment. We're just throwing...
And if you guys made it through this whole podcast and still watching, I appreciate you guys.
Yeah,
you guys.
That's just dope. That means we connect. That means, you get it.
Yeah.
You get it as we get it.
So enjoy. Have a good weekend.